Welcome to Gloria Scab Live. I am so excited today because I have Jeneissy Azcuy, and we have so much to tell you about what's going on at South Florida PBS and the Health Channel activities, campaigns that are going on. Before I want to start, big thank you for sponsoring our show week after week. But we have some breaking news. Why don't you share it with us?
Sure. And I always like to start on a very positive note. So today is no different. I just got an email, and even my team doesn't know this, but South Florida PBS's Health Channel is a finalist in 2 categories of the Share Care Awards.
And that's a big deal.
It is. Yeah. It recognizes the best in productions regarding well-being and health. So basically, just to be more formal, recognizes best-in-class productions and programs that promote well-being and embody the spirit of sharing care. And so in the category of behavioral and mental health, we submitted two programs, and they're both finalists.
Oh, that's
I can't
great.
wait to share with the team later on when we have our Health Channel call, which we have on Tuesdays.
Well, if they're live streaming, they'll see it.
Yeah.
You will have let the cat out of the bag.
Spoiler alert. Okay, so the 2 programs that we submitted are the mental health crisis in teenagers and young adults, and also finding lost memory. So very exciting.
Those are 2 trending topics. This is really good. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations! I'm so happy for you. So, let's talk about. We a lot of times we talk about all the programming and we don't talk about the Health Channel. But the Health Channel does so much. So let's talk about. You've got a ton of campaigns going on, right?
We do. So we started this mental health campaign back in May. And it's really important to us because we were basically targeting young people, so teenagers, young adults, and it's called the See Me, Hear Me, Heal Me campaign. And so what we have been trying to do is just inundate social media with positive messaging, inspirational quotes, but also music, because music heals all wounds, and music is such a personal way of expressing ourselves. And we don't have to speak the same language. In fact, many languages are around the world, but music is just the one universal language that brings people together. And it can have a really positive impact on your mental well-being. It can also have a negative one, depending on what kind of music you listen to, obviously. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to provide a platform through the Health Channel where people could share their favorite music, their favorite song, a song that inspires them, that lifts them up, and then infuse that music with images of things that make them happy, that make them smile. And they could be memories, they could be people, they could be nature, it could be really anything. And so what we were asking folks to do is just to create these videos on Instagram, so like Instagram Reels or TikTok Reels, and then use our hashtag and also tag us, so at All Health Go. And then the hashtag would be See Me, Hear Me, Heal Me. And as part of that campaign and that initiative, we were part of several community events that took place in May. And we will be also participating in some events that are going on in June. And we will still be promoting the See Me, Hear Me, Heal Me campaign. If it were up to me, it would be a year-long campaign because, mental health is so important. And especially, adults, obviously, but young people, because they have so much to deal with. And now with the summer, schools are closed, the kids are out, and what are they going to be on? Social media, right?
Exactly.
And social media, according to the Surgeon General, that just report came out, has a really negative impact on our mental well-being and on young people's mental well-being. Because there's so much, illusion, if you will, fantasy that kids are watching,
only-
looking at, and feeling like, oh, why isn't my life as great as this person's?
And that person's life isn't necessarily that great. It's just they're showing the positive things about their life.
Exactly,
Right?
because
Yeah.
we curate our social
Yeah,
media,
exactly,
right? We never say, "Oh God, I'm having a terrible day. Let me
Yeah,
take
right.
a selfie where I look horrible."
Right,
And
exactly.
I'm sad, and you too,
You
Gloria.
think you look bad.
Let's
Look at
cry
me,
together
right?
and take a picture. No, right?
Right, exactly.
So, you know, and someone said this to me the other day that, you know, you could be in like a dinner or an event or something like that, and everybody's on their phone. Nobody's communicating with each other. Nobody's
Right.
paying attention to each other or
that.
interacting. But the minute someone says, "Oh, let's take a selfie so I can post," everybody's like, engaging with each other and
Right,
smiling
yeah.
with each other as if they had been doing that all along. And so, you know, that's hard. It's a hard kind of like now habit, you know, to break, but it can be done. And again, it's about connecting
Right.
with people. It's about connecting with positive images and positive thoughts. So that's the See Me, Hear Me, Heal Me campaign.
And we have a video on that, right?
We do. Can we
Yeah.
watch it?
Can we play the video?
Help bring awareness about mental health to your community by being part of the Health Channel's See Me, Hear Me, Heal Me campaign. Simply create a 60-second video using uplifting, inspirational, and healing pictures or videos and add a music track that helps with your mental health. Tag All Health Go and use the hashtag See Me, Hear Me, Heal Me. Let's end the stigma together. You are not alone.
Now, I couldn't hear it, Alex.
Well, no, we can't. But
we
they
can.
can.
Okay,
They can.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just checking.
Yeah.
So that was.
I love the images, though. Those are nice.
Yeah, I did my own, and of course, you know
You
what
did.
I included are like my kids, my grandkids, and just
Animals are always great, though, right?
Oh yeah, and a trip that I took to Paris with my daughter, which always brings such wonderful memories to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then as far as other things that are going on the Health Channel, I also shared a video with you. If we could watch that, it's just like highlights of different programs that are happening this month that are airing.
Hope
this
is
month.
Here is a series about resilience.
It's amazing that something that was so hard led to something that's so beautiful.
Join us for a series on the power of hope on Hope is Here, Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. on the Health Channel.
Oh, June 13th. That's coming up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Hope is Here season 2.
Okay.
That's the video we just watched. That's
Right.
the basically it's not, those are not the highlights of different programs. That specifically refers to Hope is Here,
Okay.
which, you know, won a couple of Share Care awards
Oh, that
last
did
year.
too. Yeah.
And we have such great response from our audience for this show. Great ratings, everybody's watching it, everybody's talking about it. And it basically features very inspiring stories of, you know, health warriors that
Yeah.
are fighting different. The first season focused on cancer, but this one focuses on all different types of ailments and diseases and conditions that,
Yeah.
and also with children. And there's, you know, it's just amazing, the wonderful stories. This one, for instance, we have one that's airing, which is the VAC camp. It's a VACC camp. And basically, it's children who are ventilator dependent and how they often face limitations in their ability
right.
to, of course, participate in sports and recreational activities. So it's really a challenge for them to fully enjoy childhood, right?
Right. Yeah.
So the VAC camp provides these children with the opportunity to exercise a stress-free day at the beach where they are supported by camp volunteers and the Miami Beach Fire and Rescue. So in this
wow.
particular episode of Hope is Here, we feature a participating doctor at Nicholas Children's Hospital
Oh, that's nice.
and a family who shares the
Yeah.
experience of seeing
Right.
their child enjoy the beach for the very first time.
Oh my goodness.
It's just,
yeah.
you know,
That's great
it's,
stuff.
It's a big one. And
Yeah.
each episode features stories like that leave you thinking, oh, wow, that's wonderful. You know, just like very uplifting and
But things you don't
hopeful.
know, wonderful things that are happening in our community that nobody's aware of. That's one of the things that South Florida PBS brings to us. It kind of opens our mind to, you know, what's going on and these amazing people. And that in itself is uplifting. Just knowing that there are people out there that care so much.
And
you know?
you're exactly right. That's what we try to do all the time.
Yeah.
Just shine the light on the wonderful community that we have, the resources, the people. And hopefully, you know, by doing so, we spread the word and we bring awareness to, you know, the wonderful South Florida community that we live in and the wonderful people, obviously, that make it that way. So
you have another video. What's the other video?
So let's watch the other one. This is the Shining the Light on the Health Channel's programs for the month of June.
Your Health Channel guide for June.
1 in 5 Americans take prescribed psychiatric drugs every day.
The pharmaceutical industry has tremendous influence over what doctors learn, how they learn it.
Not once in 13 years did somebody say, it could be your meds.
If they had cancer that spread to that part of the brain, they would have some difficulty walking, but that would clearly lead me to look at this part of the brain.
Managing ADHD symptoms can help with most romantic issues. Talk to your doctor about your symptoms and make sure you're taking your medication. While most ADHD medications won't affect your sexual functioning, you'll want to make sure you're taking something that works for you.
I guess it puts things in perspective a little bit, and I'm able, I think, to deal with challenges much, much better.
Join us for a series on the power of hope on Hope is Here.
Stay tuned for more on the Health Channel.
And so if anybody has any questions or wants to find out more information about any of these shows, they can go to allhealthtv.com, and we have our listings of our programs. Additionally, on that website, we have a lot of videos covering everything, every disease, every condition, every ailment from A to Z. And they can just like look it up, and we have different videos with medical experts that talk about it, what the symptoms might be.
I always tell everybody it's a great way to
therapy,
get free advice.
the treatments that are out there. It is. And with the Ask Hannah too, because it's a chat service and it's free.
Right.
And you just, instead of Googling it, you ask Hannah, because Ask Hannah is a consortium of nurses and doctors.
So how do you get to Ask Hannah?
You go on the website, allhealthtv.com,
and
then
you
the
click
little
on
window pops up, and it's the Ask Hannah window, and you just ask Hannah. And you don't have to divulge your identity or anything like that. It's anonymous, totally confidential, but you get real, credible, trusted advice, or at least they point you in the right direction, which is so important, right? Because ultimately, you know, you want to go see a doctor if something persists or it's getting worse. But
it might encourage you to go to the doctor when you may not have done it.
Exactly.
So
we have 2 town halls that are coming up. That are really important, and one of them is actually happening on Thursday. So
it's coming up soon. Because I think we're going to do something with that too.
They're streaming live. It's streaming live on the Health Channel's All Health Go Facebook page. Part 1 is going to be June 8th, and then Part 2, June 27th. It's Healing America's Heroes, a Benefits Breakthrough Town Hall. So there's different laws, different legislations now that are allowing veterans to have better health care and more benefits. And so that's what we're going to do. It's called the New PACT Act. And basically the health benefits have been expanded to include many more servicemen and women. So, but the system sometimes can be difficult to navigate, as you well know. And so this town hall, we hope, will kind of shine the light on where to go for information, what the benefits are. So just really clarifying, what those are and who's eligible, and and how to successfully access the benefits.
That's amazing.
So it's a 2-part. The second part features Montel Williams and Legal Services of Miami, Legal Services of Broward, and Legal Services of Palm Beach, because we do cover the entire Tri-County area. So we want to make sure that each county is represented, so that the veterans can, if they live in one or the other county, can have access and know fully well, what's available to them. And Legal Services, of course, is pro bono.
What an amazing resource that is.
So we're looking forward to that. and that's on Thursday, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. on Facebook, All Health Go Facebook page. And then we have another one that's a lot of people are interested in this because it's such a crisis. It's Hope and Healing, Exposing the Fentanyl Crisis Town Hall.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're sharing that town hall with several PBS stations across the state.
The nation? Or the nation
state.
too? Or just the state?
Yeah, the state. I mean, we offer it to other PBS stations across the nation, but we've just heard from certain PBS stations in Florida that it's a big thing, and they're very interested, and they want to share it on their platforms. So basically, we're going to be examining the role that fentanyl plays in illicit drug use and the importance of getting prescription drugs only from a pharmacy, and the hope that comes from addiction recovery.
Yeah.
So just kind of like, talking about that. But now let's talk about South Florida PBS, WPBT, and WXCL, because there's so much
Changing
going on.
Seas.
Yes, so excited about Changing Seas. We're on our 15th,
love that show.
15th season.
I know, I love that show. It's
and
so awesome.
This in this season, we go all over the place. Our teams have traveled to Belize, to Bermuda, even to the Arctic. So we have, let's see, when is the premiere? Okay, so the new season on WPBT will premiere on June 21st from 8 to 9 p.m., right? And that'll be episodes 1 and 2.
Right.
And then episodes 3 and 4, June 28th from 8 to 9 p.m. And by the way, I see you have your guide.
You need to.
This is a member benefit.
This is so.
If you become a member of South Florida PBS because you love our programs, you really enjoy and participate in our community events, and you value what we do for the community, then you become a member. And that's just a way for you to make that commitment.
And they're all different levels.
More
it's
vocal,
not going to break
more
the
solid.
bank.
No.
It doesn't break the bank.
And no, it doesn't, not at all. And so you get this program guide. And that's the one that we've been referring to.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on the cover, we have Changing Seas. Beautiful cover.
And it talks about Hannah.
Yeah, it does. That's in the Health Channel,
and Dr. Leah
section.
Of course.
Yeah, Dr. Leah, your favorite.
You have to
wait.
You have to tell her
how could we not mention Dr. Leah?
Because
Sex Talk with Dr. Leah, which is one of our favorite programs.
And she was on the cover.
On its new season. Yes.
She was on the cover.
And she was at the Women's Health Fair.
Magazine
and she was at the Prime Expo. And
she was a big hit at the Women's Expo. You're gonna do a second one next year?
Yes, we are. We are. We're the thing I'm considering is which county to do it in. I know. And I know we did it. The first one was in Miami-Dade.
It was in Doral.
And we would love to do it again in Miami-Dade. But believe it or not, there are other counties, municipalities that are asking us if we can host it at their city, in their city. So it's something to consider. Maybe we can do a couple, not just one. It's just so much work. But, totally very rewarding because of, the people that came out and the things we were able to share. So why don't we take a look at the Shining the Light, South Florida PBS. So new programs out in June on WPBT and WXCL.
The best programs this June are on South Florida PBS.
He took white America by storm. Broke down barriers.
To be a black artist and go to the top of the pop charts.
That I am the king of rock and roll! Little Richard on American Masters.
Millions of Jews have come to America, saying goodbye to everything they'd ever known. Don't miss these powerful stories in the upcoming special, The Jewish Journey America.
I won't be happy till I see you alone again, till I'm home again and feeling right.
The epic story of one of TV's most popular detectives is coming to an end. The detective world of Morse.
It has actually been one of the privileges of my life.
It all comes to a crescendo.
Tune in to South Florida PBS this June.
Oh, okay. So no, I was just reading and just wanted to bring up the fact that today we have 2 programs that I think are going to be really nice to watch, very enjoyable. They're music programs. It's Roy Orbison and Friends.
Oh yeah.
A Black and White Night. That's going to be tonight at 8 p.m. And Carole King, Home
Carole
Again,
King, yeah.
at 9:30, live in Central Park.
Love Baccarat.
Yeah, yeah.
Life is- come on,
I love
there's so
those
many-
music
oh my God,
programs.
there's so many good
And
ones.
then we
John
have
Denver's Rocky Mountain High.
we have so basically if you support South Florida PBS with with a donation, you can get tickets to live events. And some of
Right.
the ones that we have coming up are Daniel O'Donnell. That's going to be, I know it's December 11th, but those tickets go fast. So he's going to be at the Parker Playhouse in Fort Lauderdale, and the Fab Four. Also December 1st at the Parker Playhouse in Fort Lauderdale. And Joe Bonamassa. So everything's happening from what I see December, like all the live concerts and events happen
they all in
in December.
Sunrise,
but you have to,
Hollywood,
you
Fort
know,
Lauderdale.
obviously get the tickets early enough that you'll be able to make it, because if you don't,
here's
then
one.
you might miss out. But if you donate to South Florida PBS, you know, with your donation, you will get some thank you tickets to these live events. And then Benice. I saw Benice once. He's going to be live on September 23rd and
the
October
14th
here,
here.
Miami-Dade County
Yeah.
Auditorium. And so we have the premiere of Changing Seas, as I was mentioning. And we have, of course, other premieres throughout the month. You saw some of them in that promo. And if you want more information about what's coming up, you can go to southfloridapbs.org or WPBT2.org or WXCL.org, or you can follow us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram. Also, a great series that's premiering is Southern Storytellers.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
It is. It's super interesting. And we have an event
I
coming
didn't
up.
see that one.
That is, well, that's actually going to be in July.
Oh,
but
okay,
we
that's
do
why I
have
didn't
it.
see
But
it.
we have an event in June.
And let's talk about the kids stuff.
Yeah,
You've
I
got
was
so many
just gonna
good
say.
kids in education.
Oh my God, we have.
Oh my heavens.
We have
You've
so
got
many things, and Miss Penny
Miss
would kill
Penny.
me if I did not mention that this month, I believe next week, is the big premiere of the new TV show. It's a TV series called Kid Vision Mission. So you know the Kid Vision virtual field trips have done really well. We've produced more than 100 field trips
Is
to
that
all
right?
different places.
And how
in
do you
South
get the
Florida.
kids to go on the? Do you get kids
We
to go on the field
audition,
trip?
yes,
Yeah.
with Miss
Oh,
Penny.
really? Oh,
We
okay.
film it, and so it's educational because then Miss Penny develops these lesson plans that go with the field trips, where
Mhm.
the kids can learn about different concepts related to the field trip,
Uh-huh.
vocabulary development, math, STEAM, activities are also incorporated. And they were like maybe 8 to 10 minutes, and we were sharing them on our social media platforms like YouTube.
Mhm.
Some of them have millions of views. I kid you
Yeah.
not.
Oh, I bet.
They've gone viral.
And it's so great for the summer.
It is.
Oh,
It
my
is
goodness.
because even like number one, it might be a place that a child may never have access to. But even if they do, you can always prepare your child ahead of time before going through the actual experience.
Exactly.
Because children love that. They love to know things. And so if you show them, and a lot of teachers do this, you show them the field trip, right? And you talk about it, and you kind of not analyze it, but kind of look at it, review it, and then you go on the actual place. And then you can go back and say,
Well,
remember what this was, and remember when we saw that, and the child loves it.
Well, the thing is, I think if you know about something before you go there, it's like traveling. Say you go to Italy and you know about Renaissance
You do
art.
some research, because
And-
then you appreciate more what you see and what you experience.
Exactly.
And that always reminds me of Daniel Tiger. So my little grandson, 18 months old, he loves Daniel Tiger.
Okay.
And we watch it together sometimes. I'm laughing. Okay.
Your viewing
It's-
pleasure.
It's my
Daniel
viewing
Tiger.
pleasure, and,
Daniel
and
Tiger.
the parents don't know about it. Oh, my
Oh, they
God.
don't?
I
Oh.
hope they don't watch this video because they don't want them to watch TV. I always
I
get
know.
myself into such hot water. But anyway,
Right.
it's the only show we watch. And one of the things that they say.
That's her story, and she's sticking to it.
And one of the things that he says, which I love, every time they have a new experience, they say the mom, the dad, the teacher, let's talk about what we'll do before they do it.
Mhm.
So there's one episode where Daniel is getting, ear tubes.
Okay.
So
Oh,
ear
the-
tubes
the-
to
a lot
avoid
of kids have to
infections,
get-
right?
yeah, yeah.
And he has to go to the hospital to get them. And so they talk about what's going to happen before it happens. And that reassures children, right?
Yeah, because it's not the unknown.
Exactly. So that's why I brought it up.
Right. And now you're in trouble.
Okay. So anyways, they don't watch my videos anyways. It's fine.
Exactly. They don't watch TV. No problem.
Exactly. But yeah, going back, not to digress too much, going back to Miss Penny, the Kid Vision Mission, it's a new children's TV series, and it's going to be airing this summer. We're planning to do an event. We're talking to a couple of venues to do the event at their venue, and but we don't have a date yet. But if you go to South Florida PBS, southfloridapbs.org/events, you can find all of our events. So let's talk about events before we run out of time.
Okay.
Okay, because I know we only have a few minutes. Alex, how many minutes do
we
we
have? What right there? You have a
Oh
little-
yeah,
almost
we got
4
3 minutes. No,
Yeah.
okay, I need
Right.
those 3 minutes to talk about the events. So, okay, we're so busy this month as schools
You
close
can
and the
come back.
kids are
you know.
out.
I'll let you come back.
Oh, thank you, thank you, Gloria. But let's
run
talk
out of
about
time.
the Southern Storytellers screening event. So I want everybody to come out. I know it's in Broward. It's going to be at Savour Cinema in Fort Lauderdale, but it's not that far. And it's going to be amazing. We're going to have like our own storytellers that live in South Florida, from
Oh,
Palm
really?
Beach, from Broward, from Miami-Dade.
I love storytellers.
And they're filmmakers or storytellers, and it's a new series that PBS is premiering. I believe it's in July or end of June. But we're going to have our own event where we're going to show, and this will be the first time anybody watches it. It's like a clip, an excerpt of the series. It's a 3-part series. And then we're going to have our own storytellers. They are sharing their stories and then being interviewed. And we're going to create Instagram reels with those interviews, and we're going to be sharing them, with the entire South Florida community. But we're going to have music. We're going to have food. We're going to have so much fun. And if you've been to some of our events, are they fun?
Good events. No. You know how to do an event.
Thank
Hey, so what date is this?
Oh, so this is June 14th, and it's free.
It's coming up next week.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
I know, it is. It's coming up next week, and it's free, and we're going to have
And
a
is it
lot
du-
of,
it's
a
during
lot
the
of
day?
entertainment. No, it's
What
at
time is it?
6:30. 6:30 to about 8:30 or 9.
Okay.
Then on June 20th, we're going to be up in Palm Beach, and we're going to be screening a new episode of the On the Town in the Palm Beaches series, and this one is called Rhythm and Hues. And that's going to be June 20th at 6:30. Then we're going to be up in Lake Worth at the Roger Dean Stadium, and it's going to be June 17th at 3 p.m. It's going to be our South Florida PBS Family Day. And so we're going to be interacting with the community. Miss Penny and Clifford, the big red dog.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be throwing the first pitch of the game.
No way.
Yes,
How fun.
yes. And then what else are we doing? Oh, with the City of Doral on June 27th at 6
Perfect.
p.m.
You're coming to my place.
City Hall. Remembering Tomorrow, a Journeys Through Alzheimer's event.
Oh, that's a good
And
one.
I will be moderating a conversation with medical experts, a caregiver. How much time do we have? 55
keep
seconds. Okay. But regardless,
So the
if you go
27th.
to southfloridapbs.org/events, you will see all of our events, which are always free, very accessible in different counties. and they're very interesting and sometimes, well, a lot of times very fun, depending on the topic. Sometimes, you know, the discussion.
If they're not fun, they're super informative.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
The discussion is very informative and helpful.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, valuable to those who participate and are part of it. So thank you so much for inviting me.
Thanks, South Florida PBS, for the resources you provide for our community. It's simply amazing. And I couldn't be happier to be a member. And if you're not a member, you need to do it today. So
Thank you, Gloria.
Until next time, thank you again for coming, Jeneissy.
Always a pleasure. We always have fun here, right?
Okay, yeah, we absolutely do. Okay, until next time, stay safe, be kind, and make a difference.